With millions of young Americans considered credit invisible, meaning they have little to no established credit history, accessing financial opportunities like credit cards, apartment leases, and loans can be significantly more challenging. So joining us today to provide helpful tips for building credit is Intuit Credit Karma's consumer financial advocate, Courtney Alev. Thanks, Courtney, for joining us today. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me.
So, Courtney, millions of Americans have no credit score. What does that mean for them?
Roughly 17 million Americans fall into a category we call credit invisible or thin file. What this means is that they either do not have a credit report or there's not enough data to generate a credit score. And without a credit score, it can be incredibly difficult to do things that many of us might take for granted. Things like renting your first apartment or financing a car. And this really affects young Americans especially, who are earlier in their financial journey. In fact, nearly half tell us that they already feel that they're at a financial disadvantage because of their lack of credit history.
So if someone has no credit history, where's their jumping off point? Where do they need to start?
If you have no credit history, try not to be intimidated. We know that it can be overwhelming, and nearly half of young people say they have no idea where to start. But there is good news. There are tools available that can help you start building that credit history by utilizing financial habits you likely already have. For example, Intuit Credit Karma has a tool called Credit Spark that can help you turn your utility or your phone bill payments into positive credit history without needing to take on any debt.
Now, Courtney, what advice would you give someone who is just starting their financial journey?
First, I would focus on where you are. Where do you stand now? And if you're starting completely from scratch, Credit Karma has tools and guidance that can help you start building that credit. And if you're looking to improve your financial standing, I'd recommend taking stock of your finances. That means understanding what income do you have coming in, what expenses do you have going out, especially those weekly, monthly, recurring things. And do you have debt? And if so, how much is it going to cost you? From there, you can put together some starting points of solid, small financial habits, whether that's setting up auto pay on a credit card to make sure you never miss a payment, or setting up a recurring transaction to your savings account, maybe even $10 a month to start building that financial cushion. Wherever you're starting from, it's important to set small, manageable goals that you can stick with, because then that consistency will help you build momentum over time.
Along those lines, how can consumers build credit responsibly?
Building credit responsibly requires a few things. You want to make sure you're always paying your bills on time, that you're keeping those balances low, and that you're not buying things on credit that you can't afford to pay off in that same month. It is a great rule of thumb to only use your credit card for things that you know you can pay off within the month. Maybe look at some small recurring transactions, perhaps a streaming subscription like Netflix or Spotify. Put that on your card, set up that auto payment. That'll make sure every month you're getting that positive payment history without needing to take too many additional actions. And while your credit card bills are only due once a month, it can be a great idea to pay them off more often. I love logging in every Sunday night to pay off my bills. This not only helps me make sure I'm keeping those balances low, but also that I know where my money is going so that I can adjust my spending if I need to and make it much less possible that I will be surprised by a large bill at the end of the month.
Courtney, thanks so much. This has been great information. And where can our viewers find more information online?
They can download the Credit Karma app or they can visit creditkarma.com.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.